Hello everyone! So today I have another PR package, but this time it is from Painting Fairy. Hello everybody! So today I have a PR package from Painting Fairy. It is raining here and it is cloudy, so my video might not be as bright today. The sun got a little bit scared off, but that's fine. I don't know exactly how many kits I have in this PR package, but it is in the large Painting Fairy box, so I have a feeling this thing is stuffed. And I possibly added stuff of my own. I'm not totally sure. Let me find my order really quick, and I will let you know. But in the meantime, Painting Fairy is a kind of like a premium printed cross-stitch website. They have really great high definition printing on their fabrics. Supposedly they go all the way to 20 count, but the smallest I've seen so far is 18 count, so anywhere from, I think it's 11 to 18 count that I've seen. And they have hand-charted designs as well as really, really well computer-rendered designs. I'm not sure if they have people that go through it and add to the hand charting or not, or do some hand adjustments. But I can say that their quality is absolutely amazing. I am obsessed with Fairy brand. So with that being said, let's open this package and get started. Okay. I might have to turn the brightness up one more on my camcorder, and I'm checking through my stuff now. So it looks like I only paid $1.80, so I just added slightly more than what they gave me as an allowance. So something we always get with Painting Fairy is a goodie bag. There's someone stuck in there. I'm gonna actually turn this up one more, because it is so dark. It's very dark today. I have all my lights on too, and it just isn't enough. Okay, so the first thing we get in our package, and I believe this comes in any order, are these finger protectors, and they do vary or change up the sizes they send. They will also send smaller ones sometimes, but you can also buy these on their website. So there's two of those, and then we have these kind of spools that close shut, and you can use these for parking, you can use them as storage or for cross-country. Well, I guess that would be the same as parking, wouldn't it? But yeah, so, and they do click together, and I have quite a few of these. Oh, I guess there's a third one of these, and I didn't notice. We have heavy-duty scissors, very sturdy, hefty in weight, and they have this really pretty design on them, if I can get this to focus. Here we go. Really pretty. And I love using small scissors absolutely everywhere. And then we have a pack of size 28 needles. Another thing that came in this, is this frame. But this one, I believe, came because I bought another one of the small animal kits, which you will see in a minute, because, of course, I said I slowly want to start collecting them all because they're so stinking cute. And here's what it looks like open. It does look like this frame, this new one, is a bit darker, which is a little odd. So I guess they won't all have the same frame when I'm done with them. But that's what that looks like open, and it does have these. And I do plan to take the white piece of cardstock out when I put my cross stitch in here, because I did realize that those cross stitches, the image doesn't fully fit in the frame with it there, so I do have to remove that. Alright, so we have one extra that I didn't choose. Now you may have seen this in my last video when I reviewed 121 Stitch, and that is this image here. and it is called Christmas Stacked Cat, and I believe it's only 99 cents. I did finish mine from 121 Stitch, but I do want to say 121 Stitch was 18 count, and I'll insert a video on it here. Hello everyone, so it is a few hours after I posted my 121 Stitch review, and I got my Painting Fairy PR package in the mail, and I went through it to double check everything was all there, and it turns out the free kit in the Painting Fairy is the same cats. So I'm gonna have this kit 3 times, which means I can definitely stitch one of these without doing the background, since I got a second one from 121 Stitch coming. But the difference is the 121 Stitch is 16, and the Painting Fairy one right here is 14 count. And you can see right here, this says 121 Stitch on it. So this is the comparison of the 14 and 16 count sizes. So 14's a little bit taller. I am going to stitch the 16 count one from 121 Stitch since it's a new to me company, or, you know, website. And because I don't know if my friend is actually experienced with stitching half stitches and quarter stitches, so I think it'd be best I do the smaller one and offer her the 14 count version instead. So I'm actually going to start this right now. I will insert this on Wednesday when I record my Painting Fairy review, and I will show you guys what progress I made. So this one is the 14 count, and really quick, I want to show you what the completed 121 Stitch version looks like. And this one I did without doing any of the white. Okay, here it is without, goodness my throat, without any of the white stitched behind the cats. I did not iron this yet. It is still a bit wet, but I think it's so cute. And yeah, because it's wet, you can still see my back stitching coming through. If that persists once it fully dries, I might unweave that one and just tie a knot at the end so it's not sticking out. But I think it looks just fine without stitching all of that white. So you really don't need to do that if you don't want to. We have a nice amount of border for framing if we want. Now remember, this is the 16 count, and I'm gonna go set this back up so it dries. And then we will get into the one from Painting Fairy, which I believe they're the same company, but 121 Stitch has licensed kits. And I did confirm that they work with these artists, which is super amazing. And the few I did speak to are such sweet people. Alright, so 121 Stitch and Painting Fairy look to be switching over to these snap pouches, which I love. I'm all for it. And I can get this out. Come on. There we go. Move this aside. And here it is without the wrapper over it. And this one does say Painting Fairy on it. And the printing is all on one page. It's a very nice and large paper pattern. So very easy to read. You can see here all of the white that I didn't do. I did do all the special stitches like the quarter stitches, and just to help you guys understand a little bit more easily, because it does have quarter stitches and half stitches, they're essentially having you make 3 quarter stitches. So you do the quarter stitch in the corner, then you do your half stitch over it in the direction that the symbols are going. So you're just making 3/4 or 3/4 stitches. But I see why they did it as quarter stitches and half stitches, that because not all of the quarter stitches have a half stitch with it. So I guess the 2 symbols was better than, I guess, having, well, I mean, I don't know, because they don't have just half stitches anywhere, I don't think. Actually, I think they maybe did. No, they didn't. So they marked these as all 4 quarter stitches. I just did 2 half stitches, but like vertically. So I went up and down with it. So 2 strands, I just kind of went over each stitch on the side. To me, that looked more like the image. So that's what I went with. And then it looks like we have all of our information here, and it's the same. Oh yeah, it's the same. Quarter stitch, half stitch. There are a few French knots in the noses, but I do think that they are not necessary. I thought the noses looked just fine before I added in all the French knots. And then you can see we have 7 colors total because 310 is listed twice here. Here is the fabric. This is 14 count, so it does feel thicker than the 121 stitch. But it still has that same amazing and clear printing. And I'll show you some examples of the specialty stitches if it will focus. Come on, focus. Maybe if I zoom in. There we go. And sorry, my camera's shaking, but you can see here some quarter stitches. Right here, there's a quarter stitch and then a half stitch to make the 3/4 stitch. And then some quarter stitches up in there. They're small, but the paper pattern is plenty large and it's there to help you. You can see here it's 71 by 90 stitches. It shows here that it is the 14 count. This does not say Painting Fairy on it. Some of them do, or did. Sorry, I'm knocking my camera over while trying to zoom out. And this is a serged canvas as well. I did take the ribbon off the floss already because I was going to start this one first, but when I remembered that I'm getting 2 of the exact same 121 stitches stacked cats, I'm assuming they're both going to be 16, and where this one's 14, I'm giving this one to a friend who is already aware that I'm gifting it to them. And then here is our floss. Don't need a whole lot. I will say on the 121 stitch one, with all of that 2-strand back stitching, I ran out of black before I was even halfway done. Thankfully, I had a skein of Painting Fairy brand black floss, so I was able to use that to complete it. So I'm not sure if there's going to be enough black in this kit as well. I am going to add more before I repackage this up and gift it to my friend, just so she's not out. Because I would feel terrible, because she definitely does not have the amount of supplies that I do. So that, I'll put these back in, but this was kit number 1. Sorry guys, I forgot to go over this stuff. But really quick, I do want to say I am still selling cross-stitch kits on Etsy. It will be linked in my description box above the links to all of the kits you will see today. And I do have affiliate links and a discount code for you guys to use to help support my channel. The more they see that I'm bringing in traffic to their shop, the more they're going to work with me, the more videos I can make you. And I can also earn a little bit of money from that as well to help me get more kits to make even more content or buy and review kits that you want to see. I want to say thank you again to everyone that's been purchasing my destashed kits from my Etsy shop. I looked at the statistics and none of my sales came from ads. All of my sales came from you guys, which I appreciate so much. Unfortunately, Etsy does have a hold on my account right now since I just reactivated this Etsy shop after a few years of not using this one, because I mostly just sell on my main shop. So I don't have access to that money yet, so unfortunately I won't be able to use that to get more packages for content for you guys. But I still have so many more kits to list. So follow the shop and just keep checking back. I'm probably not going to add any today. I have company coming over, but tomorrow I definitely have the time, and then my son has a 4-day weekend, so I'm not having to worry about that, and all of our meetings are out the way. So just keep checking the shop. Okay, sorry for dragging this on. Back into the the PR package. So this just gives you a list of what the symbols are. So if they ever don't say it on the fabric, well, now you know what it says. And then it just gives you some information about Painting Fairy. Here you get some information about the cotton and their floss and production, which comes with every order. These come with every order, so you can go through this if you want. And then you always get a sample of floss, and this one is the Fairy brand one. And I want to see if I can, I don't want to have to open it to see what color it is. Okay, this is color 158. It's a nice deep blue color. Right, now let's go to kit number 2. All right, the packaging looks different now because it doesn't say Painting Fairy on it. I'm not sure why. This is the other one of the small animals. So now I believe I have the raccoon, the hedgehog. Oh, gosh, I can't even remember. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But there are 8 of them, and I think I have 3 or 4 now. And this is the little mandarin ducks. So cute. I absolutely love mandarin ducks. I don't know what size this is, so... Oh, it says right here 14 or 16, and you can see right here it is a 14 count. I've only gotten, I believe, 14 count ones. Let's see if I can open this. Alright, and here, we'll just look at this first since it was on top. You can see 51 by 53 stitches, and now this time it says Painting Fairy on it. And we have that nice large border, the serged canvas, and this is a bit thicker, but let me tell you, the second this stuff touches water, it gets so soft and flexible, which, I mean, obviously don't get it wet until you're done stitching. But I think it's going to be so cute. Again, on center, very clear printing. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say about the 1-2-1 stitch. Give me 1 second. So the 1-2-1 stitch has a giant 1-2-1 stitch logo on the top of their fabric canvases. I don't know how well this is going to show up because it is wet and I don't have the greatest lighting. It might not show up at all for you guys, but I can see it clear as day when I'm near the sun. Gosh, I don't know what it is, but it's so hard for my camera to pick it up, but I promise you, it is much more prominent in person. The 1 and 2 have not fully washed, and from the 1-2-1 stitch, because the saturation in the 1-2-1 stitch logo fades out. I washed it 4 times, I believe, 4 or 5 times, and I also went and used nail polish remover, because usually that will get out anything I can, and I still couldn't get all of it out. And what's weird is that printing was initially blue, but it's stained red. So Painting Fairy 1-2-1 stitch, it might be a good idea not to use such large logos on your canvases because the saturation does look like it stains a little bit. All right, let's look at the paper pattern. It is stapled. I do not like them stapled. I really wish they wouldn't staple them right in the center. If they have to be stapled, Painting Fairy, please do it diagonally in the corner. That makes it so much easier to flip through than having it like this, because that doesn't stay and it's just weird and awkward and inconvenient. So if you guys are watching my video, it would be really nice if you could start stapling up this way in the corner instead of right in the middle. And I will put, or let me see, I added this one. So the price of the mandarin ducks, and these come with the frame, is $5.98 for the 14 count. And it's called 8 Small Animals series. And here we have the legend. So it looks like looks like 24 colors, because 3325 is repeated but for different stitches. And then here, this is back stitch. We have a French knot, and we have 2 half stitch colors. And then here we have a massive paper pattern, which again, I absolutely love. And it takes up the whole page, so you don't have to flip pages and figure out what connects where. Nice and bold here to help you see the back stitch. This one thankfully has a lot less than the hedgehog I'm working on. So this probably would be the next one I would like to start on. Very cute. And then we have our flosses, and it did come on this yellow plastic floss card, and they always come tied up nicely with an adorable little bow in a random color. Sorry, tapped my screen to try and get it to focus, and I accidentally ended my recording. I'm not sure why my camcorder's refusing to focus today, but here are the colors. Looks like it has auto tracking on. How do I turn that off? There. Okay, and then this is the other side. So that is kit number 2, and these series are absolutely adorable. They're all kind of chibi-esque or cutesy animals. So if you don't like that, then I'm sorry, all of them are like that. But I think it's stinking adorable, and the frames are just so thick and durable and sturdy. Like, I'm surprised that the frames alone don't cost like $7 or $8 a piece. Kit number 2 or 3. You have seen me, if you have watched my other painting fair videos, you've seen me say how much I want this one repeatedly. Finally got it. This little cutie is called Fruit Dwarf, and it's called Apple, but the little curves in it make it look like peaches to me. So I picture it, or prefer to picture it, as a peach gnome or dwarf holding peach jam, but it is 99 cents only, and it's so cute. I think he's gonna be adorable. Alright, and we have the picture without the wrapper on it. Again, it's stapled. I'm just gonna leave it stapled. See, this is what I mean, though. This is annoying. This is very annoying. And I don't want to have to fold the whole page and squish it, because then I have to fold it back and it's gonna start getting crinkled and damaged. But here we have our full legend. It looks like 4 different back stitches. And then it says this one is, well, yeah, one with 2 strands here, one with 1 strand. And the same up here, so it's 2 different colors, but 4 different back stitches. So again, 3 times with 1 strand, 3 times with 2 strands, and then all of the rest is full stitch. And we go up to 30, so we have 28 colors. And I don't know what happened here. They definitely had a way to make this paper pattern larger, but they didn't. And with all the backstitch, and considering they made the Mandarin Duck one as large as they did, I feel like they could have made this one larger too, especially since it has more details. But the printing is still clear and easy to read. Fabric, it feels the same as the first 2. Oh my goodness. They could have centered this a little bit better, or just saved themselves some fabric. I'm not quite sure what the goal with this here is. That's gonna bother me that it's not centered. So I can just leave it like this and you're seeing the whole thing. So this one is a 14 count, 38 by 63 stitches. Obviously it is a partial, not a full. And still very clear printing. Gonna be super easy. And I don't think he'll take that long at all, especially since I'm really excited for this one. And the floss, again, is on a yellow floss card. So not a whole wide range of colors, just kind of enough to give variation and depth into the gnome or goblin, whatever you want to call him. Right, that was kit number 3. Okay, these are kits number 4 and 5. We're starting to get into the large ones now. I bought these cuties. So, this is Sailor Moon. This is Chibi Moon. These both cost $3.99 right now. I believe they're on sale, actually. I don't have the original price with me right now, but each of these is $3.99. They are 14 count, I believe. They're both 14 count. And let me see. Looks like they're 38 by 30 centimeters. At least this one says it is. But super cute. They're under separate listings. Not quite sure what's going on with this thing here because I'm not used to that, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. But let's get into Chibi Moon first. Wham! Chibi Moon without the plastic over her face. Super cute, lots of pinks. Got the little bunny ears going on and a little bunny in the corner. Again, stapled at the top. Ugh. Oh, wow. Okay, not nearly as much colors as that gnome. It looks like we have full stitch, quarter stitch, and only one back stitch. Thank goodness. And then we have a nice and large paper pattern again. But lots of back stitch. So glad it's only one color though. And then we have the other half of her face here. Well, not the other half, I guess the rest of her face. So very nice. Easy to read. We have, let's see. Okay, she is a 14 count. It's like 130 by 122 stitches. Serged as always. And very clear printing. So this is the full bit. Lots of border up in here. Very generous. And I think she's going to be super cute. The fabric feels the same as all the other kits as well, by the way. And actually, I'm going to leave this one out because I just want to compare the fabric sides of the other one to see if these are compatible to be framed side by side or possibly together. And here are the colors. And then B5200. We have a red bow on this one, which suits the colors for this one. So the second one, I just want to pull this out real quick before we fully go over it. I can already see it has more fabric. So, yeah, it's a little bit taller and quite a bit wider than this one. So I'll pick up this one and put this away and we'll go over the Sailor Moon version. Alright, we have Sailor Moon here. Definitely more colors involved in Sailor Moon. So cute, very vivid. Absolutely love her. I buy a lot of Sailor Moon stuff. We have 19 colors. It looks like 1, 2, 3 straight stitches and 1 back stitch. I stitch them all whatever way I stinking feel like it. I don't care if I'm doing it right or not. And then we have a half stitch and a quarter stitch. Paper pattern is nice and large again. Clearly and cleanly printed, as well as the back stitch, super easy to see. And here is the other side. And there's still more pages, which is, oh, because there's a slight bit that goes on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. that makes sense. That's probably why. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now we can pay attention to the canvas on this one. This canvas feels the same as the rest, maybe a little bit starchier even. This one feels like it has a little bit more starch in it, or whatever they use to stiffen it. It is a 14 count again. It says it's larger because this one is 150 by 130. Oh, no, sorry, 150 by 150. Goodness, I'm blind. Still serged, as you can see. Still clearly printed. Would never expect anything less from Painting Fairy. She's so cute, even though you can't really see her face without all of that stitching in it, can you? But she's right here, so you can look at her on this. And then for floss, it is on a paper card now. And then these four. It's definitely more vivid than Chibi Moon, but that is okay because I love the pinks and I love the vivid colors, which is why I wanted both. And I was also really excited to see these at a sale price because I've been kind of toying around with the idea of getting them. And let me see. So I think this was kit number 4. Was this kit number 4? No. Okay, they were kits 4 and 5 for these two, for Chibi Moon and Sailor Moon. Alright, this is the largest kit I ordered today, and it does come with one of those scented packs. Ooh, this one smells really good. Alright, yeah, that smells nice. Alright, curiosity got the better of me. I opened it to see what's inside. Little granules. And it does not really look like silica, but I don't think I can picture this as being anything else. Yep, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this away now that I destroyed it. And we're gonna look at kit number 6, which is the final kit. Alright, kit number 6 here. Let me pull up the details. So this is duck bento box. It looks like I got a 14 count. It is 65 by 55 centimeters and it costs $36.84. Now, they do have another bento box that is a Mario theme one. And I know this because someone on the cross stitch group I'm in on Facebook said that she has this one and the Mario one, and I think I've actually seen them working on it, maybe? Yeah, they were working on it and I commented. And I cannot find it on Painting Fairy because I wanted them both too. But I don't think they're selling it anymore, so we only have the Pokemon one, which for now I'll take it, it's fine. So that is the cover photo for the pattern. We have 75 colors here. It is all full stitch and mixed stitch. Okay. I'm gonna try and keep them in order. And you can see here, it's not gonna have back stitch or anything. This is one of the more computer rendered ones. So it is gonna have more confetti in it. Like you can even see here, like womp. But the printing is still super clear, which what more can you ask for, right? Let me see if I can get through this better. Dun, dun. Okay, I'm trying to flip to the end. I don't think there's much else to look at. I think this is all just pattern pages. And all of it looks like it is printed very nicely. This whole page for that tiny little bit down there. Oh goodness. Alright. And then the fabric. I should probably move this. I will put this in one of those sleeves I've purchased. Okay, the fabric here, stiff like the Sailor Moon piece. serged, and it looks like this one has black for the logo instead of the blue. So I hope that rinses out, because now I'm a little bit worried about how well these are gonna rinse. Again, I know you couldn't see it that well on camera, but in person, it's an eyesore. Oh, and the legend is on this one. So it's not often that I'm finding the legends are actually on these kits, but the legend is on this one. It's a little bit small, but it's so clearly printed that I can read it. And let me see. Yeah, it pretty much ends like slightly after this, so you're barely missing anything. So this is the bento box, a lot bigger than I expected, but I don't really know what I was expecting. What count is this one? This one is a 14 count. That's probably why I've been getting used to 16 counts here. But let me fold her up and bring her close so you can see the printing quality. Great. Printing. Very clear, always. You can't lose with Painting Fairy. Their printing is just immaculate, and their 16 count is just as clear, so you don't need to worry at all. If you want to buy an image they have and you're worried about what the printing quality is going to be on the fabric, just don't worry about it, because it's always good. Hope that helps. And of course, a floss packaged separately, again with a red bow and yellow floss cards. So I'm gonna do this and we're gonna look at the floss card. I'll give you a second to look through those colors. Then we have floss card number 2. And floss card number 3. And they are labeled right here. 3. This one got a little, oh, maybe not. This one's not, what? Why does the last one got it? These two don't. 1 and 2 don't have labels. But that's fine. And I do really love getting stuff on these floss cards because I know I'm not gonna rip it. And I can just use my needle and grab a single strand at a time. I don't have to take the whole thing off. I love it. So much more convenient. And this floss did come in its own little bag, but for the purpose of storage and just shoving this all in one bag, because I don't want this kit packaged in several different bags, I am going to, well, I guess we'll do it this way. I'm going to fold it up in the fabric like what a Joy Sunday does. Alright, so that was all 6 of the kits I got today. Quite a good little haul if you ask me. The cat stack one I set over on the table, so I remember to add the floss to it after I end this video, so it's not up here, but you know. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today. Let me know what one was your favorite. Give the video a like and a hype. And don't forget, I'm linking everything down below, as well as the Etsy shop. If there are any kits I ever buy from any haul ever and I don't want them, I will be listing them. I'm currently working on listing all of the hand-charted ones first, and then I will start posting my AI rendered ones, which aren't going to have as high of a price point as the hand-charted ones, but I'm still going to base them on size and shipping. The shipping is averaging around $6 for Etsy, and I'm covering that, so I need to make sure I'm at least making more money than what I'm paying to ship it to you. So, but I am checking the prices online if they are still available and asking for less, because I'm not going to charge you the same price or more than what I'm finding them for. But, again, with the exception of the price of shipping. But again, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I think the next PR package is going to be 1-2-1 stitch again, but I do plan to do some other videos in between before that happens, and that way you can visit with me a little bit. There are some sales going on right now with 1-2-1 cross stitch and Painting Fairy. They are in my posts on my community page on my YouTube, so if you want to purchase those with me, do it now before they run out, because it is a limited stock. I got a Halloween one and one that looks kind of like Christmas biscuits or decorated cookies. Super cute, but I think I'm mostly excited for that Halloween one, which is really weird because I don't care about Halloween. I hate to say that, but I do not care about it. I don't celebrate it. I don't think it's fun. I don't like decorating for it, but that image I found, absolutely beautiful. I am obsessed. The vividness and the colors, the details. I just really like that scenic photo. So definitely go look at that as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping so you guys can get on with your day or watch somebody else. And I will see you in the next one, all right? I love you guys, and I will see you. Bye.